A couple of you requested that I do a video on how to turn a regular t-shirt into a Racerback style shirt. So that's what I'm going to be showing you how to do in this tutorial. And for those of you who commented and said, you know, you're too scared to cut your favorite t-shirts, or you're scared you're gonna mess up or whatever, a couple really good suggestions on where to get inexpensive t-shirts. First of all, the thrift store is a great place to find cheap t-shirts. I mean, you can get shirts for like 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, and a lot of them are really cool, and a lot of them are also more like broken in, so they are kind of more vintage looking, and that's really cool for cutting t-shirts. You might have to dig, but most of the time you can find like a lot of crap there. Second of all, if you go to Forever 21, you can get like regular t-shirts for $4.80. You see that? It's really cheap. So that's where I got this one. Really pretty purple. They come in like a lot of different styles, like necks and stuff. So if you have $5 and you want to cut up some shirts, go out there and buy a couple that you can practice on. That way, you know, if you mess them up, it's not the end of the world. And if they come out really cool, then you can practice on your other shirts, you know, that you care about more and stuff like that. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is you want to mark on your shirt where you're going to cut the basic pattern. First I marked the back, and basically what I did is I marked two like semicircles, one on each side. And basically what I did is I went from the very inner seam, I went about 3 inches out, and I made a line on each side. And then right underneath where the armpit is, I went down like about 3 inches as well. It's like 2.5, 3 inches on each side. And I drew 2 little lines there, and then I connected them. So you see that? And the front's different. So what you want to do is where these are in the back, you're going to kind of bring them over just a little bit so you can see where to start them in the front, and the same on the side. Just mark a little bit on the front so you see where you need to make the lines. And then in the front, what I did, so I marked both spots where they would come out, but I want the front to be, I don't want to cut as much out because obviously it has to like cover your chest and everything. So I just drew a line there, and I just made it, instead of going in with the circles, I kind of just connected the lines. So I'm going to start cutting. So here's the front. Oops. So the front looks like, you can kind of see that. Looks like a tank top almost in the front. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to start cutting the back. Okay. So here's what you have so far. Here's the front of your shirt. Just to kind of show you where I went. You see? And the armpits are kind of folding in. There's the front of it. And here's the back. You see where I cut? Now what you're going to do is cut strips out of your sleeves. I'm probably going to do about like, I don't know, just do as many as you want. So here I have a bunch right here, okay? I'm going to cut all these in half. So I have just like a bunch of pieces of fabric, and they're like this long. Maybe like 6 or 7 inches. They can be shorter than that, longer than that, doesn't matter, you're going to cut them anyways. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the back of my shirt, and I'm going to go at the top, and I'm going to take a piece and thread it through. See, so I'm holding it like this. It's inside, and I'm just going to tie it towards the top of the shirt. Alright, there you go. It's tied, and I'm going to double knot it. Okay? And then I'm going to go towards the bottom of the shirt and do the same thing. And I mean, when I say the bottom, I mean I'm going to thread it through. and where I cut towards the bottom. I'm actually going to do one more knot, so this is my third knot. I'm just like trying to make sure they're extra secure, and then I'm going to cut the ends off. And something I forgot to mention, make sure you pull taut after you cut. You can do it now though, it's whatever. Just the areas that you cut. So here's what you have so far. Here's the front, and here's the back. You could leave it like this. I'll try it on for you just to show you what it looks like really fast, and I'll be back, and then I'll show you how you can modify it. So right now, I just tried my shirt on. This is what it should look like in the front, and this is what it looks like in the back. So it's already like a Racerback style, but we're going to make it even cuter. So that's what it looks like. Okay, and I'm going to change my shirt and come back. Okay, so I still have, something happened. There we go. So I still have my extra, strips of fabric. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep tying them down here to create, I'm going to tie another one at the top too. But I'm going to tie them at like little intervals so it looks really cool. Okay, so you can see what I did. I just tied them at different even intervals going down the back of the shirt. And I'm going to cut off the extras. And again, just make sure you don't cut your shirt on accident. Or you see? It's cute. So again, here's your shirt in the front and in the back. Up close, kind of. And if you want to, you could tie strips all along the edges of these. So I'm going to do that just to show you guys what it would look like if you wanted to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to take the pieces of fabric and I'm going to cut a couple more pieces out. You can see where I tied them. And then I'm just going to start tying them next to each other. So this is what your shirt looks like in the back, the front. Okay, I will try this on for the last time to show you what it would look like if you decided to do the additional ties. And I'll be right back. So now here's my shirt in the front. And here it is in the back. So I hope you guys found this helpful, and I hope you were able to recreate this look with your own shirt. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and if you like my videos, you can subscribe, and for my 56 or 54 subscribers that I already have, that's awesome. So I've only started making videos like a month ago, so thank you guys for subscribing, and I will keep posting videos if you guys keep sending me requests. Have a good night.